Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Dort. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the LA Clippers. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
From deep, Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. Lays out. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
A bit ago, Mark Daigneault and I were able to chat. I talked with him about how he'll approach dealing with Kawhi Leonard on the floor, and Coach told me there's no one way to go about slowing Kawhi. He does too many things. He continued, we'll vary our looks on him and try not to let him get in any offensive rhythm. Good idea, as we all know how deadly Kawhi is once he gets going. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good.
Boy, delicate touch on that floater by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
The drive by Harden. And Harden with the slam.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Harden. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
James Harden brings tremendous versatility. He can score it, he can distribute. Whatever you need from him offensively, he can provide it.
Doris, looking back at James Harden's time in Houston, what an incredible individual run he went on.
Come on, Brian. Finished in the top 3 in MVP voting 5 times with the Rockets. Came so close to getting to an NBA Finals. He's still beloved in the city of Houston.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. From outside, off the mark. To the paint. In transition, here come the Clippers. They now take the lead.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
It's Dort on the wing. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Harden misses.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
Now here's Harden. He's got 6. Offline with a 3.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive.
Gilgeous-Alexander just taking the initiative, driving to the cup with purpose.
Left side, Harden. They need this. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Jalen Williams. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, D.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And the Clippers making a change here. 1:07 left in the first quarter of the game. Now Mitchell. Pass to Williams. Wallace outside.
Hey!
No good. Good D by Bogdanovic. Here's Jones. And he goes in for the dunk.
Ben Simmons, a guy who will find you if you are open. You love his setup ability.
Wallace outside. .24 seconds left in the first quarter. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Leonard outside. Pass to Bogdanovic. Fires in the triple.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Here's Wallace. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
What's up, man?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Here's Simmons. Oh, the teardrop falls in. All right, Doris, what do you think separates the good teams from the great teams in crunch time?
Boy, I think there's a lot of things, Brian, that separate that. Number one, can you execute on both ends when it's a clutch game? Can you absorb the pressure of a moment, understanding time and score, how to get a quality shot on every possession, how to string together multiple stops? Can you make shots under duress of great defense? There are so many things that differentiate between the good and the championship.
Back to Coffey. Pass to Simmons. Williams grabs the board.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Hey, stop throwing stuff.
Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
I gotta watch this drop.
It'll be the Mavericks off the tip. Davis surveying the floor. Left side Irving. Back to Davis. Thompson for the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
For three.
And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Halliburton with the bucket.
We call that tough points from a tough guy, young Tyrese Halliburton.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Now, Coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And a wide open look for Irving. And a miss there on the triple. Halliburton on the wing. Kept alive by Indiana. Clock at 6. Goes back up. Great D that time from Davis.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And Gafford throws it down.
The assist.
That passing ability complements Irving scoring so well.
Indiana off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Davis. The kick out to Irving. To the paint. Lets a floater go. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Here's Neesmith. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
On the wing, Thompson. The tray. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Thompson's got 6 points.
Well, the ability to rise and fire off the catches defined Klay Thompson.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Pacers trailed by 6. Here's Neesmith. Mavericks with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Down low. Here's Gafford. Good work defensively by Turner.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Mavericks leading by 6. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
2 shots.
One thing you have to love about Spencer Dinwiddie is his confidence. Here's a guy who knows he belongs, and he's proving it with his play night after night.
Siakam inside. Scoreless thus far.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now here is Davis. Pass to Marshall. 5 on the clock. Over Mathurin. Marshall can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Mathurin, good.
And using that body to his advantage. Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
And they double up Davis. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Pass to Christie. Now Davis. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked. They get it back. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Davis has got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Siakam. Got a piece of it. Davis up top. Back to Lively. Pass to Christie. And there's the drive. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Here's Mathurin. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
And but look at the basket guy still shaking. And so the first quarter's in the books. The Mavericks on top. Up 6. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Irving with the ball. And it's Toppin picking him up. Dallas moving it around. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Christie hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
Toppin with it. Still scoreless. Back to Mathurin. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And so here is Dallas. 3-point lead. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Irving can't hit. Left side, Mathurin. Outside for Halliburton. Back to Toppin. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Mavericks leading by 3. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Anthony Davis, too much size.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strengths.
Billy,
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
5 to shoot. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. Pass to Davis. Ignoring the contact, Anthony Davis.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Siakam for 3. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. Mavericks leading by 7. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Over in the corner, Washington. Back to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Mathurin with the ball. Williams picks him up. And Davis pulls it down. And here are the Mavericks now. Pass to Washington. On the wing, Williams. And 1:01 left to play in the first half.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Back to Siakam. Indiana again missing. And it's Williams with the ball for the Mavericks. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And the foul on Miles Turner. That's foul number 2 for him. 40 seconds left in the first half. Here's Thompson. Pass to Davis. Tries again.
And this is why this team considers Turner a defensive stalwart. Long arms,
you need to chill out.
the ability to contest shooters. Really good defense.
Siakam, right side. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Washington with it. Right side Davis. Just 3 on the clock. Over Siakam. And so it's the
Oh,
Dallas
right.
Mavericks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We come back right after this. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Pacers trail by 9. Here's Halliburton. It's rebounded by Dallas. They get a hand on it. Turner with the steal. Great D that time from Davis. On the wing, Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Gafford. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Assisted by
Gafford's got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
Klay Thompson understanding how to read the floor and make the right choice. Yes, he can score it, but good vision there.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
From outside the arc. Fires at the elbow. Nembhard grabs the board. Pacers trail by 10. Siakam, right side. And the rejection by Gafford. Pass break, Dallas. Out to the right wing. Back to Thompson. Shoots the 3. Just 5 to shoot. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot. And the whistle blowing. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls. They've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Here's Nesmith. And the rejection by Gafford. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Nesmith. Off target from outside.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
On the wing, Thompson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Pacers trail by 12. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much.
What we know about Tyrese Halliburton, this guy always ready to push the pace. He's got a ton of energy. He's willing to outrun and outwork other guys.
Outside Irving. It's deflected. And they're pushing it up. Siakam outside. Counted good.
Well, this to me is where he can be a force. Siakam, a 3-level scorer in the painted area, very dangerous.
And finished off by Davis.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Pass to Siakam. To the middle. Here's Turner. Outside for Halliburton. Back to Turner. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Dallas making a switch here. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Toppin. Here's Siakam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mavericks with the rebound. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Right side Davis. Thompson outside. Pass to Davis. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Toppin. Misses off the left eye. Here's McConnell. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks leading by 9. Thompson way outside. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Mathurin attacking.
And strong off the bounce. Mathurin will keep coming. This kid is willing to challenge him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot. So he was reliable when he went to the line.
He's off.
Dantrell.
He hits the second from the line.
Boy, when you think about Benedict Mathurin, this guy is a talented, aggressive scorer. His ceiling very high. He's going to have to be a little more efficient.
Nifty move. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And they got to bring a double team.
Dallas shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Thompson. Pass to Davis. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. To the inside. Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, hey, hush.
Not someone you want to send to the foul line. Klay Thompson is nearly automatic from there.
The Mavericks have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5.
Riley. Delilah, leave him alone. Leave him alone. I don't want to hear it.
Shut up.
That trail. Trey, you better hush that noise. Lay down. Shut up. Shut up.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like
you gotta use the bathroom.
When he's at the
Shut
line.
up, then.
Nembhard's shot is good.
Shut up.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Here's Mathurin. No good there off the double clutch. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mavericks lead by 11.
Trey, hush.
From game. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Irving. Lots of room. Walker with the rebound.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Back to Halliburton.
That trail.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
Magic substitution. Number 10, Brandon Williams.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Dallas. 11-point game. Inside. Here's Williams. Pass to Marshall. From past the arc. Cracks in the tray. Marshall's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The kick out to Williams. And here is Marshall. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big follow. Back to Toppin. To the middle. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And Toppin throws it down.
Well, the vertical Obi Toppin on display rises up with ease.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Here's Irving looking to end his cold spell.
Miles Turner with that length sends it back twice on the pipes. Miles.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford. Pacers trailed by 14.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Halliburton, no good. Now Irving. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Thompson. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so here is Indiana. Nembhard. A rebound by Washington. And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
Irving.
Then trash. Shut up.
An elusive scorer, so adept at finding space inside.
Indiana moving it around.
Mamma mia.
Siakam outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Halliburton. Clock at 6. To the inside. And Siakam throws it down.
You have to love the aggression right there. He's got the vertical, might as well put it to good use.
And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. And it's sent back by Turner. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Siakam. Halliburton outside. Down low. Knocked away. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Irving. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. And the Mavericks lead by 16. Timeout called the Pacers. 1:19 left to play in the final quarter.
Zell, what is he doing? You ready for a nap too? Yes.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Mavericks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Davis.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Here's Irving. It's the target from 18 feet.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Pass to Halliburton. Back to Siakam. Over Davis. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Irving for three. That's tipped. Here's Turner, covered by Gafford. Halliburton on the wing. Yes, that goes in. On its way from Irving for two. No good there. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
We've got the Lakers and the Miami Heat. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Now here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Well, Grant, what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
Hayes with a screen. Shoots from 14. Rebound by the Heat.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Hero, no good.
That trail.
Now here's Doncic. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Adebayo sets a screen. And he's going for the oop here. Hammers the lob through.
Look how explosive Bam can be. Defenses can't do anything to stop him on the alley-oop.
A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Here's Burks. Following the score by the Lakers. Here's Ware. It's Hayes with the rebound. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Lakers. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all 4 quarters.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Adebayo. And he banks in the layup. Adebayo's got his second basket of the game.
The moment Bam gets the ball close in, he's really hard to stop.
Doncic left side. And he drops it in from the low post. Doncic has got 6.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Oh, there's the alley. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Heat trail by 4. Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs. Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Adebayo. The Lakers lead by 4. Doncic with it. Now Wiggins defending. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. And it's Miami's ball. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 6. Yes, it's good.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Pass to Robinson. Fires it. Good. He hits the jumper.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
A big group substitution here for Miami.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
To the paint. Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Hero outside. There's a screen by Love. Hero with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for Los Angeles.
Go back that way, Billy.
Some good action
Just
already in
around
this
truck.
one, but a
I'm
fairly even
shifting.
matchup after
Need
this
the
first
keys.
quarter of play. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Here's James. Out of bounds. It'll be Heat ball.
Number 24.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. They trail by 3 from behind the arc. Anderson with a screen. Takes a 3. Len pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
It's James on the wing. Inside. Clock is at 3. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. That one off the back iron and out. Heat trail by 3. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. Anderson with a screen. Pass to Larson. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Larson's got his first 2 points. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
And here's Hero. Pass to Robinson. The 3 ball. Hits the 3-pointer. Robinson's got 5 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Vincent. He's guarded by Hero. Back to James. Here's Lynn. The shot's good on the assist by James.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Here's Hero. And the basket is good. And the Heat lead by 2.
Soft touch on the teardrop. Hero is such an unpredictable player on offense.
Connect. Good work defensively by Robinson. Beyond the arc. And Hero with the 3. Hero's got 5 points now this quarter.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
Outside Vanderbilt. James outside. On the take. And that one's good.
And there's no question James is an impressive athlete. I just love seeing him drive inside and finish.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Some changes for Los Angeles. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Here's Adebayo. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Lakers trail by 6. Here's Reeves. get the rebound. Kicks it to Doncic. Outside Reeves. Second chance shot. Luka! Get off me!
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
To the inside. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Wiggins. No points yet. Doncic pulls down the board. Lakers trail by 4. On the wing, Reeves. Hachimura sets a screen. To the middle. Kicks it to Doncic. In the paint, Luka!
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. Doncic nailing the shot right before the buzzer.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Adebayo. Burks with it. Okay, Wiggins putting on a show here.
Yeah, what a creative dunker Wiggins is. It's really fun watching him rise up and finish with power.
It's Adebayo, high post. That shot missing. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Miami out in front. They lead by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard.
Trying to sleep.
Lakers trail by 4. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Adebayo. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on LeBron James.
Inside, Bam really doesn't hold back. He takes his shot right through the foul.
And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslem's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. It's both from the stripe. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Back to Burks. Just 5 to shoot. Tries the spin move. And it's rejected. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Hachimura outside. No good with the triple. Heat leading by 4. Pass to Wiggins. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Pass to Hayes. Back to Doncic. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Defenders have to play Doncic tightly. He knows that and uses the pump fake to his advantage.
No good on that one. He's off on the second. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Here's James. The rebound by Ware. Miami leading by 5. Now Hero. 7 points in the game. Down low. And Adebayo slams it in.
The explosiveness off the screen. I mean, Bam's so good at knowing where to roll to after setting picks.
Doncic with it. Now Burks defending. That one goes. Count it. Hayes has gotten his second bucket.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Outside Burks. Fires the 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
Team foul.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
These are his first free throws of the game. That one misses.
PA announcement for the administration of the free throws. The player
and he sinks the second.
Shooting the three-pointer, and he will have 3 free throws.
Where you going at, man? You going, man?
Now here's Hayes. Here's Doncic. Hachimura in the post. Stolen by Burks. And they're pushing it up. Adebayo, that's good. Adebayo's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, just a tremendous athlete. Bam loves to run. Runs so well at that center position.
Here's Doncic. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
He shot 3 of 6 from the foul line. He's off on the first. The Lakers making a switch here. So it comes up empty at the line. Miami leading by 8. They push it up 4 on 3. Robinson for 3. That shot off. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. And one thing's for sure, when Duncan Robinson is on the court, he has the greenest of green lights, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, look. He's one of the most lethal shooters around. He draws intense defensive attention, and then he's added to his game as a passer and as a guy who can take the ball to the basket.
Timeout. Counted from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Anderson with a screen. Adebayo, that's good. Adebayo's got 13.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Oh, got a piece of it. And here we go, the Heat fast break. And Reeves pulls it down. Lakers trail by 10. LeBron James with the flush.
You're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Larson. Adebayo's double. Robinson with it. He's covered by Vincent. From the high post. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James outside. Missed inside. It'll count. And so it's Miami finishing the quarter with an 8-point
Sit down, Trelly.
lead. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. All right, we'll get back to... Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Heat leading by 8. Outside Love. To the middle. Lets it fly. Hero, no good. Now Los Angeles with it. On the wing, Hachimura. Here's the 3. They get it back. Good whistle there. And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Hero with it. Outside Robinson. To the right side. Back to Love. Outside Robinson. Shoots. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Hey, Bill.
For the timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned.
Stanville.
Right now. And keeping us updated from the sideline.
Trelly. Stop.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that.
I wish you would.
Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear.
I'm really about to hurt you, little boy.
Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Lakers trail by 9. Here's James. And out of bounds. The Heat will take it. The Heat
get your butt
here. Here's Larson. Pass to Robinson. Hero outside. Up and over Doncic. Hero, no good. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Hachimura outside. Now here's Hayes. A nice shot by Doncic. Doncic has got 20 points.
And their offense tonight is Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
For 3, Robinson. And he missed there. 4 for 8 shooting now so far. Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
Knifing to the rim with such power. Watching LeBron on the attack is so much fun.
Back to Hero. Robinson on the wing. Hero outside. Pass to Jovic. 5 to shoot. Here's Larson. He's covered by Reeves. Miami, no good that time either.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, you just couldn't get it done.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
From deep, here's Doncic.
Yeah.
Hero grabs the board. Fast break, Miami. Here's Larson. The Lakers with a rebound. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Jaquez. Larson, no good. Lakers trail by 5. And here's Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Adebayo sets a screen. Pass to Ware. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Heat lead by 5.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Coming onto the floor for the Lakers, number 20.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Wiggins with it. Back to Hero. To the inside. Where? Tipped. Pass to Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Few guys distribute better than Doncic. He's got good instincts for when and where to send the ball.
It's Hero. Banks it in off the glass.
Yeah, in these moments, Hero knows he has to step up, so he works hard to find the bucket.
Pass to James. Misses from short range. Heat leading by 5. Now Burks. Back to Wiggins. On the clock. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from James. Inside. Hachimura. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
The officials were right on top of that one.
What the hell is y'all feel?
And that shrinks.
Get out of there.
Just 4. Just a tough miss at the
Get
line.
your ass out of there.
2 baskets now.
And now we've got
Come
an
on.
intentional foul.
Go lay down. Go lay down.
Wiggins outside. It's Wiggins on the wing. Back to Adebayo. To the paint. Hero. Drains it from 9 feet away. And the Heat lead by 6.
A huge bucket for Hero. I mean, we've seen it do it in the finals. And the moment, not too big for Tyler.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to
Hey, go sit before you bust your fucking head.
Intentional foul.
Getting a
That
little
was so
desperate.
fucking weird. You ain't gonna get enough till your whole fucking head cracked open. Get off the couch. Get down. Get off the couch, Trelly. Come out. Oh, go sit down.
Lost my all and I got it back. That's my hustle and ambition. Never lose sight on the path. I had to tunnel my vision. Separate myself from them clowns. They ain't really about business. You only strong as your weakest link. So I be trying to live my... Universal laws in effect. When you use your mind and see you as a threat. I'm chasing money like thought the youngest gone on the. When I was down bad, wasn't missing. Pray to the Lord, I make it out the trenches. I had to grind, wasn't given. Know it's a purpose, so I move different. God chose me, he told me I'm gifted. Feel like I'm stuck in this life that I'm living. I'm trying to grind and stack to the ceiling. I had to stamp my name and my image. I stand in their chest, I hustle relentless. I gotta keep my mind on the mission. I can make Steven want to see the vision. You never mix feelings with the business.
I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. Never no stagnant. It's all about the give and go. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. The way that I'm dropping, you can never stop the flow. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. You can never stop the flow.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. We're in Georgia. The Hawks are playing before their hometown crowd here in Atlanta. Now, here is Young. Bridges with the board.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Now, here's Ball. Misses the layup.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Pass to Reza Shea. Young from outside. Green with the rebound. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
Thanks, David.
One thing that impresses you about LaMelo, the way he reads defenses and makes the game easier for everyone around him.
Here is Daniels. Counted. It's deflected. Now Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Now, this is what you love about having length in the backcourt. That 6'7" frame. Go ahead and finish, LaMelo.
Pass to Daniels. Young outside. There's the triple. Rebound by Williams. Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successfully on the offensive end and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe.
Now, here is Miller. The kick out to Williams. Back to Miller. 5 to shoot. Bridges, no one around him. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
I tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
Young outside. Bridges with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Outside, Ball. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 6. Johnson outside. To the paint. Here's Ricochet. And the dunk by Ricochet.
Yeah, if you give Ricochet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And that one drops. Ball's got 7 points in the game.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Here's Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
Now here's Ball. He has 7. Outside Green. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Ball. Over Daniels. Rebound by the Hawks.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Young hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Hornets lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. Pulls up, and it's LeVert missing. Hornets leading by 4. When you look at the game of Mark Williams, Doris, what impresses you the most?
Well, probably his size and athleticism. That combination makes him an immediate fit. He understands which shots to take on the offensive end, seems to have a great feel for how to position himself on the defensive end and how to mix it up on the glass.
Ball no good. And so LeVert will bring it up for Atlanta. Pass to Capella. Over Williams. And it's Capella missing. The Hornets on offense. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Ball with a wide open look. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Ball's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hornets. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Buffkin. Aston Niang shoots over Bridges. Now, man. It's stolen by Green. Here's Ball with the drive. 6 for 10 with that shot going on. It's a good game for a lot of guys.
I tell you, the intuition, the IQ of LaMelo Ball, the guy just knows what to do and when. Nice drive.
Here's LeVert. And he jams it with authority.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And here is Ball. And Ball slams it in.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
Here's Mann. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
Shot good from Young. And that's now 6 points for Trae Young.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The drive by Ball. Johnson with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 7. Hey, Doris, how about Terrence Mann starting on a loaded Clippers team?
Think about this, Kevin. You're joined in the starting lineup by 3 future Hall of Famers in Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden. And what I love about Terrence, he didn't look out of place. Gives you some sense of how capable this young man is fitting in around great players. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Back to Williams. .52 seconds left in the first half. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Trae Young. The Hornets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throw.
The Hawks trailing. There's 37 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, you need to stop telling people.
And he gets it to go. Young's got 10 points in the game.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Mann with it. Johnson with the rebound. Now, here is Young. 10 points for him. Buries the long-range jumper. Now just a 2-point Hornets lead.
And most of the time, you expect Young's three ball to fall. That's just how good he is.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Here's Nurkic. LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Charlotte Hornets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back to the action in just a minute. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here are the Hornets with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Okogie for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Okogie's got the first basket of the second half here for the Hornets. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
On its way from Young for 2. Misses off the left iron. Charlotte leading by 5. Smith wide open. He fires. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
Bounce pass Young. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Pass to man. From down in the low post, it goes.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And this game belongs to Young right now, and he is simply making everything.
And Nurkic has it in the corner. And finished off by Nurkic.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Young from outside. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Nurkic with the block.
And that 7'2" wingspan for Nurkic, he can just gobble up shots. He knocks that one away with authority. Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now, Reza Shea. Rebound by Okogie. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Now, you love the tenacity right there of LaMelo Ball. Play through the contact, get the and one opportunity.
The Hornets shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Pass to LeVert. Okongwu trying to break free. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Baskets like this demonstrate who Caris LeVert is. This guy is a fighter.
The Hawks shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Outside ball. Clock at 6. Launches it. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They trail by 7. Here's LeVert. Rebound by Williams. .50 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside ball. Down low. And finished off by Williams.
I tell you, the vision is simply special. LaMelo Ball toys with the defense, creates easy opportunities for his teammates.
Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. We've got 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Aston Niang. Hawks passing it around. Here's Krejci. Lays it up off the glass. Hornets leading by 7. Outside ball. And the layup's good off the glass. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
The third quarter comes to a close. Hornets on top, leading by 9. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. The Hawks trail by 9. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Krejci. Here he goes. Pass to man. Here's Krejci. 5 on the clock. Screen by Niang. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They kick it out to Green. From the arc. Here's Williams. Right side ball. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Ball's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Charlotte.
Well, the great length and the great size of the backcourt, LaMelo Ball continues to improve as an interior scorer.
Here's LeVert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
Charlotte leading by 10. Right side, Ball. And he makes that one. Ball's got 4 points in the quarter.
Hey, stop.
Miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Young way outside. Hornets with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, Green. Pick by Bridges. Here's Ball. Shot clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ball's got the lead up to 14 now for Charlotte.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
LaMelo Ball came in like a storm into this NBA, Doris, but hasn't been able to stay healthy since.
It's so true, Kevin, and that's unfortunate because the skill is apparent every time he plays. He's a game changer with his size and his playmaking. The NBA is better off because of the flair and the style he brings when he is healthy.
Over to the wing. Back to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Young from outside. Atlanta again missing. And it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 10-1 run right now. 18 feet out. Ball no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
The kick out to Young. Fires for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And that's now 18 points for Trae Young.
And the thing about Young's jumper, it's almost intimidating. And that unlocks so many other options for him. Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Young. Okongwu trying to break free. And he banks in the layup. Young's got 20.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Hornets.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LaMelo Ball.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
55 seconds left in the fourth. Young from outside. Again, Young missing. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. It's a 3. And it's Rizachet with the rebound. 5-second difference.
Hey, Phil.
Clock in the game clock. Young for 3. Fires from deep.
Phil.
The Hawks again can't
That
hit.
trail, go lay down. Sick of these.
She gon' make it. I do damage. Can't stand it. Psycho bandit. Like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advance it. You just write it. Pull the out the pantry. They fly, they looking dummy. I pop the. I look like a mummy. I'm getting this cash. It's Monday to Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys in the but they jump like a bunny. Got it ain't nothing funny. I put on the side and I keep it. If I gotta reach up, I'ma keep it. But I got a TV hat. That boy like a BB hat. You won't see me hat. Push it like CV hat. Why let won't be me hat? When I'm creeping hat. When the G-Man hat. Cause you saying I'm hat. Starlight, it's electric. Starlight, it's electric. I can smell the summer coming off your soul. Let me find a sign to realize it all. I just still can't sleep if can you hear the sound of the thunder? It's electric, hold me down.
That's all the time you bought.
Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Out to Thompson. Fires from deep. First shot won't go. Here's Antetokounmpo. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Oh, Amen Thompson. Incredible verticality.
Now here's Lillard. Shoots from 12. That one goes in.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Outside for Green. Brooks outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he starts out with a miss in this one.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Lillard. That one is off. Green with the defensive effort. And you know, Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line, Brent.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the three-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense where he's very strong at attacking the rim.
Now here's Lillard. On the take. Good D by Şengün.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And another miss by Milwaukee.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks to the middle. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That one on Şengün.
Great to see Antetokounmpo going strong inside. At times, the D has no choice but to foul him.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Here's Antetokounmpo. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston in the lead. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two, there's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And Dame Lillard with tremendous concentration there.
Pass to Şengün. Down low. Here's Van Vliet. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. And he gets the bucket. Lillard's got 6 points.
Lillard finding a way even there amongst the trees.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. The kick out to Kuzma. And out of bounds. Houston will have it. And a new group getting ready for the Bucks. 1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. The Rockets trail. Pulls up on the wing. Here's Şengün. Second chance shot. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lillard outside. Count it. He's 4 for 8 now.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Rockets trail by 3. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Rebounded by Trent. Milwaukee with the ball. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Not just a volume shooter. Lillard, very accurate.
Şengün. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Trent on the wing. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Trent on the wing. Pass to Lillard. Three-pointer. The shot no good. Three-pointer, Brooks. Buries it from 3. And here's Lillard. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Milwaukee out in front. up by 3. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there, and he's going to devastate you.
Giannis going downhill. And he was fouled in the act of...
Relocate and save me from my woes, I'm staying. Out of my sin, I'm a brand new man. Out of this book, got a brand new friend. Half the world shook with the words he said, got the other one shook when he came from the dead. The dead, yeah. Honestly, yeah, you know it's him. I can see cause I'm knowing him. When I speak, yeah, you know it's him.
Stacking up a little
It's my turn, I raise my hand. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. 100%, yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah, flex.
Take my chances. This right here, I could not blend it. But it's happening, this ain't magic. I done tried that, all that plastic. You know, guys that made of fabric. I done felt my skin turn static. And then watched it all in tragically. I didn't know that was the cost. I think God, he paid that off. I was lying way too much. Satan always calling blows. He just jealous, I'm a son. Heard he lost again, that's tough. It's my turn, I raise my hand. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. Acting fool like David dancing. Got my rock, I take my chances. Folks be asking what the plan is. I don't know till Father answers in his hands, just like the planet. We both floating, I'm just saying. Yeah, we both know we ain't gon' stay here. We departed, relocated, save me from my woes, I'm staying.
And it's the 76ers Cup. Coming in from out of town in this one, an interconference game today. Here we go. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge.
3 points.
Should be a lot of great ball movement tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Porter with the steal. Pass to Jokic. And he banks in the lane. Jokic has got his second basket.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
What a jam!
Have mercy.
Wow. Oh, he's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. George with the bucket.
And moving George around the floor keeps the defense guessing.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Porter with the steal. Here's Murray. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Maxey. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Checking in the game for your Nuggets. Number 4.
Fires from deep. That one doesn't drop. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And here's Maxey. Back to Embiid. 5 on the clock. Here's Grimes. Rebound by Murray. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's foul number 2 for him. Jokic inside. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Love to see Embiid swatting down shots, taking advantage of his size and frame.
And the shot goes in. Jokic has got 6 points.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
The Nuggets shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight. The Nuggets now on offense. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. The challenge is slowing down Joel Embiid. Asked Coach what the game plan was. He said with Embiid, you know he's going to get to the line. You know he's going to get his. Our goal is to keep him away from the basket. If we get him settling for jumpers, that's a win for us. We'll see if they can force him to become a shooter in this one. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Gordon a screen. The Nuggets with another miss. The 76ers trail by 6. George with the ball. Westbrook with the steal. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Shoots over Oubre. And it's Westbrook missing. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Down low. And finished off by Oubre.
And the leaping ability of Oubre Jr. When he gets inside, this guy's determined to finish.
Wide open look here for Murray. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Murray's got 6.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Oubre outside. Maxey looking it over. And the basket is good. Maxey's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Nice work on the interior. Maxey looks so composed amongst those trees.
Here's Murray. Count it.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Michael Porter Jr.
9 seconds left in the first. He lobs it up. Oubre with the steal. He gets it up. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
Thanks, Kevin. Known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim, but that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands, too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt, too. At the end of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high-flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the outs, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Maxey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. His team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far.
Oh my goodness, what a play!
So good at finding the angles of drive. Westbrook is as fast as he is agile.
Oubre can't get it to go. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Embiid. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
And Denver is about to take their first time out here.
So, we'll close up. What's up, Butcher? Take this foul to work. What's up, boo? What's wrong? You got into a fight? No? You look like you're sleepy.
I didn't answer the phone.
It's dead.
Checking in the game for your Nuggets. Number 27.
So here's Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Pass to Brown. Porter with it. There's the three. And again, Denver no good. Here's Oubre, covered by Saric. Here's Maxey. Porter with a block. Left side, Westbrook. Outside, Porter. Here's Brown. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. And slam dunk by Maxey.
He's a small guy with big hops. Maxey goes up high for that finish.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Porter. In the corner, it's Westbrook. No good on the triple. The 76ers trailed by 7. It's stolen. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Driving to the basket. Pass to Murray. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
For 3, Murray. And again, Denver, no good. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense cleans up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this team.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the corner. Rebound by Joel Embiid. The 76ers trailed by 7. To the paint. Back to Oubre. Outside for George. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Embiid is a monster in the lane. Wow.
The footwork, the patience, watching Embiid go to work inside is just a treat.
Denver calls timeout. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Westbrook. Trying to get something going. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Westbrook's got 6 here in this quarter.
As Westbrook doesn't think, he just shoots.
On the wing, George. Inside. Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid punches it down.
Damn, Delilah, I might need my phone soon.
Embiid can pop out and shoot, cut, make the extra passes. Really anything in that set.
Pass to Brown. Murray
You don't see it on the first show.
Now Watson. Paul George with the steal. Here's Oubre. And it's blocked. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. The Nuggets leading by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Watson has it in the corner. Here's Murray.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George will lock you down on D, and it takes a very special effort to get off a clean shot against him.
Now here's Murray with 4 seconds on the clock, and it's good on the way in. Murray's got 10 points in the game. Here's Maxey. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so we conclude the first half. Nuggets lead by 6. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena.
What is on there? Who?
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet.
Yes, the end of the year field trip, right? Damn, you couldn't go, huh?
Denver leading by 6.
Oh, she did.
And it's all said and done.
You must say, won't your ass
be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple doubles, and playoff points.
And many other advanced stats as well.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Great, according to him.
So I ain't go all the time either.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Here's Murray. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And there's an aggression to Murray's game, willing to battle there for the bucket.
Here's Butler. No good on that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. They've held a 12-point lead early. Pass to McCain. Outside Edwards. To the inside. Drummond. And it's sent back by Jokic.
That's terrific anticipation from Jokic, erasing that shot attempt.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
I need something personally cold for myself. I don't want to school. One more year of school. Y'all got it to December, then that's the end of the school year. That's a liar. Huh? Y'all don't. Y'all got 365 more days left of school. Let me see. Bless you.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And it's Drummond missing.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Pass to Porter. Jokic with it. Over Edwards. Jokic makes it look easy inside.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow. That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
You and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. The Nuggets lead by 10. For three, Murray. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Sinks that one from the post. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. And they double up Murray. Lets it go from deep. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Billy.
Rare you'll see him miss.
What you doing?
Open look.
The shot by Butler. Nobody around. No good on the three. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And they double up Murray. On the wing, Porter. Here's Jokic. In the corner, Murray with it. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Drummond.
Big Trelay.
That
trail.
Fires the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Get out the hallway, plan.
And now just a 5-point Nugget lead.
Yes, get out the hallway.
Stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
What are you doing?
And the Nuggets making a change here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now, Jokic. He's got 11. To the middle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Probably as great a feel for the game as anyone. Jokic knows
Get the
how
car
to get
down.
the upper hand against the defenders.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Here's Drummond. Porter pulls it in. Denver leading by 7. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Murray's got 14.
And this is who Murray is, a natural scorer who looks for ways to get himself going.
Back to Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. 76ers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And that one misses.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And here's Denver. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Down low. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Edwards, no good. Denver leading by 10. On the wing, Murray. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. .23 seconds left in the third. Tipped away. And stolen by Drummond. And now Philadelphia on the break. Gordon with the defensive effort. Outside Westbrook. With some arc. He lays it in. Westbrook's got the lead up to 12
Tomorrow
now.
what?
He knew what he wanted to do all along.
Oh, say that.
And so it's Denver enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their drum. And there have been 2 very different performances in these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4.
Ice cold water and a drink.
And here's George. To the inside. Maxey. That ball's nice feed that time from George. That's 10 points for Tyrese Maxey. Cloak loose. And now Maxey pushing it up, and no one back there to stop him.
Remarkable work in transition. Maxey just overwhelms the defense when the break is on.
The Nuggets lead by 8. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Brown. Here's Murray. Good D by Embiid.
Bill. Cut it out.
George with the ball. And Embiid throws it down.
And how about that reach of Embiid, using those long arms that just gobble up second chance opportunities.
And slam dunk by Sharks.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Oubre outside. Back to George. Maxey on the wing. Pocket 6. A 3-ball. George, no good. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
That's Russell's go-to. He loves to go right to the rim off of a drive.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Maxey. The 76ers again can't hit it. Denver leading by 10. Pass to Brown. Outside Gordon. And here is Murray. 6 to shoot. Jokic draws the double. And they're running. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Out to the right wing. Inside. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Pass to Oubre. Now here's Embiid. For Murray. Embiid, no good. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Jokic gets it done right in front, in close.
Capable of being a very potent scorer, Jokic certainly has looked focused so far in this one.
Outside for George. Here's Maxey. Drains it from beyond the arc. Maxey's got 7 now in this quarter.
Get out of there.
Pure shooting stroke of Maxey, gifted at draining it from outside the arc.
Timeout called. Nuggets. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Was able to listen on what David Adelman went over with his team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thank you, David. To the paint. Pass to Grimes. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's George. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just getting the ball and let him.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming out huge in the clutch.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Jokic. Back to Murray. Pass to Porter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Yeah, stop.
Those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Leave him, Delilah.
Here's Maxey. And it's sent back by Jokic. Murray with it. Maxey covering. Here is Porter. Here he goes. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stance for Denver.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Takes it inside. To the inside. Embiid. And that'll There'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The size and skills of Embiid, it just makes him a tough cover. Sometimes you just got to foul the big fella.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And this is how you execute. Creating any type of separation is huge right now.
Now 8 seconds separate the 2 clocks. Murray looking around. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Oh, throw it down. Nikola Jokic.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his 4th personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point.
Get back here, boy. Where's the line at?
No,
I don't want her in that backyard. Open the door and fucking sing.
Put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game out.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. It was a fantastic.
No, we're done with Tiger. Let's go find Tiger. So go continue. Wow, you gotta switch up your I can stop.
Make a bad girl whine it. If you want to shut me, I decline it. The body stay hot and behind it. Down the beach and rewind it. Rewind it. You wanna ring down the train. That the boy can't left me alone. Chat to me back, bad man, girl, try it. Beach can't see no. Someone never act right, them a distraction. Sim, a girl riding, me be my bump wide. Them bad man slide on the rhythm, man.
Life, Sean, what? Still call me my hand on the phone, I know we up on a she a replay, no walk up the place. Girl, don't know, rock up the place.
Make a bad girl whine it. If you want to shut me, I decline it. The body stay hot and behind it. Down the beach and rewind it. Rewind it. Ring down the phone. The boy can't let me alone. Chat to me back, bad man, girl, try it. Don't get wrong.
The girl who pan off.
Fresh clothing for your favorite teams, stars.
So I'm gonna put that shit up. The line love. I need my phone, baby.